So if you have a bunch of scaffolding, you can get up to these high areas, but you don't want to move your scaffolding all around. Here's another way to cut the ceiling. So when you're painting and you're rolling, you also have to cut your edges, what we call, using the paintbrush on the edges, we call it cutting. So you could use this long extension pole with this attachment that holds the paintbrush. So, and like that, you can cut all the way down the edge. And just basically has to re-dip every once in a while. But this works just as well. Now this is the ceiling paint that we're using right now, so he can get in there in the corner and down the edge a little bit, because the wall paint will come up and then we'll be cutting that in along the seam, along the corner. But that is how you can do it without scaffolding. A little paint on the brush. Not as easy with the big pole, but if you have a big area, it's definitely doable. And moving around all this scaffolding, you know, isn't as easy. I mean, if you can see here, we have it offset on these steps, so this side's lower. So to move it over to flat ground, you basically have to disassemble the whole thing and reassemble it. Same with this one, it's offset so that it's on these steps. So let's see what these guys are doing up here. He is also cutting with the extension pole. And with those attachments, you can actually change the angle of the brush as well, but then he's over here probably getting paint out of his eyes. But rolling all this behind, so the idea is you want to basically cut first and then roll into your cut lines, so that the texture of the roller basically takes away the texture of the brush.
So feather it out too, whoever's cutting.
Yeah, whoever's cutting, you definitely want to feather out and brush out your lines so it's not thick, and then the roller comes in and rolls its texture on over it, hopefully while the paint is still wet a little bit. But that's the idea. And then once this all gets painted, we'll hang the chandelier while we still have all this scaffolding set up right there.
And then what will we do with the scaffolding?
And then we'll return these two to Home Depot that has that railing, because we don't own that railing. I need to buy that railing. I had to rent 2 scaffoldings just to get that railing that I wanted. But I'm gonna buy that railing so we don't have that problem. But it's been nice to have all this scaffolding so we don't have to move it around too much.
Did you say you were gonna tell Home Depot that you lost the railing?
No, that was not my plan. Cut to commercial, we're going to commercial.
We'll edit that one out later.
And we're back from commercial, okay. And he's cutting away right there. And that railing, I don't even think that railing is correct right now. We just have it set up. You see how it's going all the way around to this other scaffolding? You won't see that normally done because we came up with that idea. But it works well because it kind of stabilizes this one. But don't trust your life with it. And it is not probably OSHA approved, right?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But as you can see right here, we got Dunn Edwards representing shirts of Dunn Edwards, but they are not our sponsor. Sherman-Williams too. They're not our sponsor either. But if they want to reach out, we'll gladly talk to them.
Voice sponsors.
Yeah, yeah.
Slinging that big stick around.
Oh, so I see he switched out the brush now. for the roller.
Pay attention to detail.
How high up would you say that is? Look, Boone, how tall are you, Boone? Say 5'9". 5'9". All right, so 5, 10, 15, I'd say about 16, 17 feet tall right there. Wait, 5, 10, at least 15. But it's higher than 3 of them. Higher than 3 of them. 1, 2, that's basically 15 feet. So, thing is when it comes to cutting the walls, we won't be able to just use the extension for the paintbrush because we got to make that line so straight. So we will have to move these scaffoldings over to that area for when we're doing the wall paint. That's why we're trying to get done all this ceiling paint in both areas, and then we'll cut this area with the wall paint, and then we'll move the scaffolding over here and cut this high area with the wall paint. So there you go. Some tips and tricks on painting. Oh, we're back to tips and tricks Tuesday because today's Tuesday. So this could be tips and tricks Tuesday.